I could sing that. Like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, come on. Why? Why? As soon as I start the stream every night, they were just fine a second ago. As soon as I start talking, I think it's my voice, because I don't talk. I don't talk the rest of the night. When I start talking, they start talking. They start fighting. They start biting each other. Doggies. Doggets. Doggets. Still a commercial going on, so we'll see what happens in a second. Envy. It's a brand of Apple. The ultimate Apple experience. Apple's an apple. Although they taste shittier nowadays than they used to, I swear. That is a fact, dude. Anyway, howdy, this is PaleRider, and welcome to my stream. Let's kill this bastard, because I am playing an assassin of the Creed. And excuse the dogs in the background. My son is going to be gone for another freaking week. So I got to put up with these little mongrels for another 7 freaking days. I don't mind a whole lot, but God. I think Trixie heard what I was saying. She went over and laid down. Says, I don't want to be a pest. I'm a good dog. It's that other dog. It's the other one. Oh, yeah, she's going to go get him again. I don't know what's going on with him, too. Elizabeth! What's up? And I was just singing a Johnny Cash song right before the stream. I was waiting. What's going on here? Maybe that. The cops are gonna come after me now.
Steady on.
Said love is a burning thing.
That's a
It
girl.
makes a fiery ring.
Slow down now.
Oh God, is they following me? Wow. Why? Why you run me over like that, bastard? I will kill your buddy then. How's that? Now the cops saw that too, huh? Oh God. Oh God. I'm just so screwed. Oh, they hit me. They shot me. Get me out of here. Oh, now the dog's all looking at me. What? Why are you whistling? You whistling for me? Oh, there's a cop up here. He's going to have to die. Is he going to die? I think so. Oh, ow! Ow! Ow, he just jack-slapped me like a little bitch. That's what you get for smacking me like that, man. I ain't your bitch. Oh, there's another one. Somebody else is after me. Would you guys knock it off? Don't get up on top of me either. Ah! Oh, Alan, what's up? Stop it. Stop it. I will end you. I will end you. And I could do it. See what I did to that cop? See what I did to that? Stop it. They're up on my lap, both of them. Stop it. Stop it. And they're big. Stop it. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Ah. Get off of me. Damn. Go lay down. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him over there. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Get him over there. Leave me out of it. Ah. How do you say hello? Labus? Labus? Is that right? Is that how you say it? Labus? Excuse the mongrels. Can I stand up now? Go talk to Abilene. Abilene. Okay, stop it now. No. No. Go away. I will put you outside and you're going to stay out there all night long. No, don't backtalk me. Don't get on my lap either. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. I'm being terrorized by two big ass dogs. Okay, you're going outside. Come on, let's go. And it makes a fiery ring. Oh, where's my controller? Ah, God, it got unplugged. There we go. Those dogs need Animal Planet or something to watch. I got a very small, well, it's not a small bus. It's a big bus. But it's a small living habitat, you know? It's a small dwelling. What they call a tiny home. I don't know. Is that the term nowadays? So it's not really big enough for me and two big-ass dogs. Shit, if I had a bigger house, I'd just put them in another bedroom with some toys and close the door. You got it right, yeah. I will not remember it, though. Labus. Zero, what's up? Okay, let's do this thing. Evie pays a visit to the... Okay, let me change to Evie, then. I was playing as Jacob most of the night, last night. Damn it, hick burps. Okay, so this is a... If you're going to quit smoking cigarettes, if you ever get hooked on cigarettes, anybody watching, or if you are now, and you need to, if you does want to get off of them, which you should, because, God, when you get my age, you'll feel it. But if you do, be real careful how you get... I think the best way is to just go cold turkey. It's the worst feeling in the world, but it only lasts for a couple days, maybe 4 days, because I've did it before, and then it gets better each day after that until you're okay. The last time that I quit, which was permanent, about 7-8 years ago, I don't know, 2015, I think, 2014 or 15, 8 or 9 years ago now, huh? Maybe, I don't know, but anyway, and the times before that, well, I was, put it this way, I was taking or chewing nicotine gum for a lot of years. Then I didn't like that, and I started smoking again. It actually worked for temporarily, but I started smoking again. And then the last time that I quit, I went to the lozenges, and I think both of them mess up your esophagus, because you could tell it burns your throat when you're chewing them, and it burns your inside of your gums and your inside of your jaw as you're chewing them. They suggest, they even say it on the package, that it'll start burning, and when it starts burning, they say park it. You stick it in between your...
You do not want to bother me today.
What the hell? You stick it in between your gums and your lip, you know, kind of like chewing tobacco. But it messes with your esophagus if you do it too long. If you want to just do it temporarily real quick and get over it, then you're all right. But I did it for years. I mean, I was trying to quit for years, and I would start again, and then what it is I would drink some beers on the weekend, and I'd have to have a cigarette. So I'd smoke on the weekends, Friday and Saturday night.
Just because I'm over here, don't mean I can't take care of you.
And then Monday morning it hit, and I would go back to the lozenges. And then the next Friday night would hit, and I would start drinking. And before I even started drinking, I started getting to the habit of, before I even started drinking, I would go across the street to the liquor store and get some beer and a pack of cigarettes, you know. And then I smoke some cigarettes, drink a few beers while I'm getting ready to go out, and then I go out to the bars and go dancing or whatever. Or playing music a lot of times. But so that went on for years like that. And then finally I decided I wasn't going to do that, and I just didn't go out anymore. That's when I started streaming. And at the beginning of the streaming, I would still drink on the weekends and even smoke a few cigarettes. Like on a Friday or Saturday night, but then I quit. And then I got to the point where I just didn't want to smoke anymore, so I just didn't drink at all anymore. And then I kept taking the lozenges for another probably 6 months to a year. And then I started trying to wean myself off of them. You know, I was taking about 10 lozenges a day, and then I switched it down to 9 after like a couple weeks, and then I went down to 8 and then 7 until I got down to about 3 a day. And then I just didn't go back to the VA to get any more, because that's where I was getting the lozenges from, is the VA. Because they're expensive if you have to pay for those son of bitches. But what it did from doing it so much is it messed up my esophagus in my throat. And I don't get real bad hiccups anymore, you know, like some people do. I can pretty much get rid of hiccups anytime I get them, like instantly. But what happens is I get temporarily a couple hiccups in a row, and at the same time burp and that, I think that's how I get rid of the hiccups, is that when I hiccup, I burp. So that's why if you hear me say that hic burp, that's what I'm talking about. It's like some freaking messed up part of my esophagus that I can't control anymore. And I get this something, I can't even do it right now. It's like a hic burp. That was a long story to get to there, but I'm just saying, just warning people that ever try to use that shit. If you're going to use either lozenges or gum to get away from cigarettes, do it quickly. Do it within a month. Don't do it. Don't take years to do it, you know, because you'll mess up your esophagus in it. And I have a really hard time sometimes, man. It freaking happens often sometimes, especially if I drink any carbonated sodas, you know. I tried tobacco for a spell, but didn't like the filter on my teeth, and the smell was left. Yeah, that's the bad part about it. And then just not being able to breathe right after a couple years. I quit smoking years ago. Yeah, that's good. I don't see any parents ever quitting. Don't see my parents ever quitting. But hey, if it gives them peace of mind. You know, there is, and rightly so, before the Surgeon General, like in the early 70s, the United States Surgeon General came out saying that cigarettes cause cancer, or could cause cancer. And there was a lot of evidence about that time going on. Freaking John Wayne just died of cancer and all kinds of shit, you know, and a bunch of other people, famous people, were dying of cancer because they would smoke all the time, you know. I was just watching this thing about Rod Sterling that did the Twilight Zone and Night Gallery back in the day, that it was in his contract that when he was in front of the camera, he had to have a cigarette in his hand. He smoked Chesterfields, and it was in his contract that he had to have a cigarette in his hand. He eventually died of a heart attack. Pretty early, at a pretty early age, too, I think. Or young. He wasn't real old, put it that way. He's a lot younger than I am now. But so when I was growing up, it was not considered bad, and there was good effects. Nicotine calmed you down. I don't remember ever getting anxieties attacks. Like, you remember a couple nights ago, I was talking about getting anxiety in social situations. I don't ever remember it when I was smoking, but I didn't smoke all my life. I would go for a couple years of smoking, and then I'd quit for a couple years. Then I'd go for a couple years, and then I'd quit for a couple years. It was like back and forth. And it was more of the times when I was going out a lot. If I was single and wanting to go out and meeting girls and didn't want to sit around by myself at home like I do now, I tended to go out all the time. And that's when I would drink and smoke cigarettes. But then when I was in a relationship, I would prefer staying home a lot, and so I wouldn't drink as much, and that in turn I wouldn't smoke cigarettes. So but it did have a calming effect. You could really tell it if you go a couple years without smoking and then smoke a cigarette. It just really, you feel this like euphoric calming feeling. It's like you're relaxed, totally relaxed. So I could really tell the difference, you know, when I was drinking and smoking, and when I wasn't smoking. And I'm a lot more anxious even now that I'm not smoking. I think that, I don't know. It does have its benefits, but then the cancer is a big drawback, and the lung thing. That's why I think people do like chew or stuff like that, you know, where they don't have to smoke it. But then that'll rot your freaking teeth, and then you can get freaking like mouth cancer and shit. So there's no good way to get nicotine. It'd be nice if there was like a nice clean way to freaking get nicotine once in a while. Like if you have a freaking panic attack, just freaking inject yourself with nicotine or something. No, I wouldn't suggest that. But just like maybe that gum, you know, freaking chew a piece of gum real quick and just go, ah. I don't know. Anyway, Blue Jay, what's up? I get hic burps all the time. I know, it's funny, huh? It's weird. But I don't get regular hiccups that much. I mean, I can count on one hand how many times I've had the actual hiccups in the last, you know, eight or 9 years since I quit smoking and quit drinking. Anything can cause cancer. I've seen a lot of people live to really old ages who smoke. That might just be genetic. It's probably a lot of genetics, but it does mess with your freaking respiratory system, though. That's a definite, man. I mean, I could really tell the difference with or without smoking. But then again, just putting on weight like I have over the last 5 years or so is another thing that messes with your respiratory system. So I don't know which one's worse, but you could really feel it in your lungs when you've been smoking for a couple years. The actual taking a hit off a cigarette, you know, and inhaling it actually hurts after a while if you smoke too much. It hurts in your throat. There's people that want a bit of nicotine every day, and you have people that want a lot of nicotine once in a while. like a cigar or something. Yeah, that's the same thing with caffeine. There's people that have to have caffeine every day, and there's some people that like it every once in a while. I can't even do caffeine anymore because of anxiety problems. That just really agitates anxiety problems. My grandfather smoked and drank his whole life. Died at 97. Damn. That's good. Great grandfather. Yeah. I also believe that cancer can be caused by genetics and not necessarily other factors such as smoking. Yeah. They say everything freaking causes cancer anymore, so you never know what to believe. Just like everything's racist, so you don't know. Can't even. A freaking leftist would not know racism if it bit him in the face, because it bites them in the face every day, because they're usually freaking pretty damn racist. I just heard some teacher in Texas, a black teacher in Texas, talking about white supremacy, and said that if you say you're colorblind, that you don't see people as colors, if you don't treat them, I'm pretty sure she was getting at if you don't treat them differently because of their color, that you're racist. Frickin' Martin Luther King would roll over in his frickin' grave if he heard that shit, man. That's crazy. Anyway, I should get back to this. Back to it, I haven't even started yet. Eve pays a visit to the center of London after Jacob's assassination of Twopenny. Caffeine doesn't affect my anxiety. At least, I don't think so. Might be why I think everyone always looking at me. Yeah.
What has happened?
Your brother.
What's he done this time?
The newspapers are all over Twopenny's murder, and if that weren't enough, someone has stolen the currency printing plates. Was that also Jacob's doing?
I doubt it.
Now, no one trusts the bank or England's currency. There will be inflation, riots, manufacturing will jump to America for the cheap labor. In short, Britain is done for.
Jacob, you've really put your foot in it now. What if I smuggle the plates back into the bank?
Well, certainly help. Better yet, it would call into question the stories on Twopenny's murder, which would restore confidence in the economy.
That's settled then. Britain lives to see another day.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, would you mind destroying any counterfeit notes you come across so they don't circulate?
Of course.
So what now? I got to sneak back into the bank? Follow Aberline.
Follow me.
I heard that beef jerky causes cancer, and if that's the case, then shit. That's just really freaking ignorant, man. Beef jerky is beef that's dried. Like smoked until it's dried, until all the liquid's out of it, so that it'll last longer. The way that people ate shit before there was refrigeration. People for thousands and thousands of years have been eating freaking dried beef and dried freaking meat. That's just stupid. That's some fucking vegan nonsense bullshit that they're trying to push on people. Or globalist freaking climate activists that don't want farting cows. So they're trying to scare everybody away from the farting cows. Everything causes cancer except the fluoride, pumped water, and soy. Fluoride is really bad for you if you get too much of it, man. I don't see. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to pump fluoride into water back. I don't know when they started that. Back in the 70s or something. Because they thought poor people weren't brushing their teeth enough. So if they put fluoride in the water, at least they would have better teeth. I don't know. I heard something about that. Some kind of weird freaking conspiracy thing about that, or maybe they came flat out and said that. I don't know. I remember hearing something about that. But if you ate like a whole tube of fluoride toothpaste, all toothpaste used to have fluoride in it. I don't even know if it still does it anymore or not. I never really looked on the label. But if you ate a whole tube of fluoride toothpaste, that shit could freaking like get you super sick or maybe even kill you. It builds up in your system too, like arsenic. Shit's bad for you. It's good for your teeth though, I guess, you know, in small portions. TikTok causes cancer. Definitely. Cancer of the freaking mind. It causes major mental issues. So I wonder if it causes major physical issues. That's an underestimate.
Money is being spent nearby. Well, if you can call it counterfeit. With those printing plates, it's nearly impossible to tell the real notes from the fake ones.
Mr. Aberline.
If this gets out...
Well, what exactly am I supposed to do?
Well, I've said this already. When people don't trust their currency, and we're already seeing riots...
Mr. Aberline.
Locate the counterfeiters. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm going after counterfeiters. Is this the bank? I don't even know where I'm at anymore. No, the bank's way over here. Where was the bank? Was this the bank? That's a church. And where the hell was I last night? Was that some bank? I have no idea anymore. Could have sworn that's where I was.
I'm sorry to hear about your father.
Tell the counterfeiter. I was here last night. I knew I was. Cause I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. Flames are getting higher, and it's burn, burn, burn. That ring of fire.
They can riot all day long. We won't be giving back those plates.
What difference does it make? It's not like he has any real cash on him.
Since we've got the printing plates, it's all real cash.
It's all real cash.
Did you hear those crowds?
Sounds like all of London is rioting. Nothing to do with us.
I can't believe Jacobs managed to shatter the entire economy. Father was right. He acts in haste and repents not at all.
Are they going to get in that wagon? One of them did. Oh shit. The guy that I need to follow. Get up! Get up! No! In the driver's seat, you freak. Oh. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Song's stuck in my head now. It's like whoop.
That's it. Come on.
Oh. Am I out of the loop? Was it a wedding you went to, Alan? Oh yeah, you went to a wedding. Oh, how'd that go, man? And oh yeah, I noticed in your response in on Discord, you said we'll see how it goes this time. Is this like a second date with her? And how did it go? A coworker's wedding. You had Cinco de Mayo and went to a wedding not long after. Lots to celebrate. Too much alcohol. Oh, that's him right there.
Keep your eyes open. Anyone could be trying to get in.
Hey, burn the counterfeit money.
This place locked
Locate the
down.
plates.
Yes, sir.
A fiery
Guard
ring.
this place as you would the Bank of England itself.
Absolutely, sir.
Now dogs are barking. My dogs are barking. Better take off my shoes. Right. Is that a saying everywhere? I don't know. Said I was on my feet all day long today, and now my dogs are barking.
Must have been a tough fight getting those.
Okay, I better let him in. So anyway, Alan, how'd it go at the wedding? And yeah, like that, was that a second date or an ex-girlfriend or what? that little we'll see how it goes this time kind of got me wondering. Hey, get over here. Get over here. Rexy? Rexy, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep going. You guys making noise out there? Get up. I fell in. Wait, let me see if you guys got water. Water? How much, huh? Okay, I'll be right back. I need to give the dog some water. That's a lot of freaking water, man. Alright guys, better not spill that. There's some water. Here's some fresh water. Fresh water. Get it. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. I'm back. Dogs. Let's see. What did I miss? Hope that ring on her finger was decorative. If she was your date. Oh shit. I didn't even notice she had a ring on. You married girl, you're dating a married girl. So it was second time we've tried to have a relationship. Now she insists on moving in with me. That worried. Is that the one that you were saying that was wanting to all she wanted to do is have babies and stay home or something? Was that it? She just wants to have babies and stay home. I ain't ready to settle down. No, never. I had gotten used to living alone. On the other hand, the party went very well. Lots of people, good food and drink. That's great. Now, I haven't been to a wedding since my daughter got married. That's been 3 years ago. Weddings are always fun. Just decorative. Oh, that's another girl. Oh, they all just want to move in and settle down, though, huh? And have babies. You know, you're getting that age where, and that the frickin' a lot of leftists don't want to admit it, but girls have a frickin' internal clock, man, about that stuff. Even men. I always wanted to have a family, and I think I was like 20 when I started feeling like, you know, I'm running out of time. I better freaking find somebody to have a family with. And what's funny is I was going out with my first wife, and then we broke up. And then I was thinking about this one night, and I was thinking, man, it would be really, really cool to start a family. I need to find the right woman to start a family. I wish I could, you know, I was like thinking about it really, really hard for a couple nights. And then all of a sudden she shows up at my door about a month after we broke up saying, I'm pregnant. And I mentioned this before, I'm from a day and age when you got a girl pregnant, you married them. And I just thought of it as a sign. I wasn't in love with her or anything, but I thought of it as a sign, so I thought, you know, it was my responsibility, which it was, but more, not just to like pay child support, but actual marry her and help raise the kid. But that lasted about a year and a half after we got married. I was a welder at her father's shop. He had a boat shop, and I was welding aluminum fishing boats. And
We just walked right in on the chaos.
how do I get in there? Oh, there's a window. No! Son of a bitch. Now what? Now what? I'm stuck. There's guys right there. Son of a bitch. But yeah, I was working at her dad's shop, and I got into an argument, and her brother was like the manager. Her dad was the owner and pretty much CEO. Her brother was the manager. And although I took in a lot of management classes in college and shit like that, I was going to school at nights. They never offered to let me work in the fucking office. But I liked welding anyway. But her brother came, I'd hurt my knee on a motorcycle doing a stupid freaking stunt. I did this jump that was made for bicycles, you know, pedal bikes. I did it on a Triumph 650, and my foot slipped off of the peg. And slammed on the ground when the bike came down on the ground, and it fucked up my knee. And I was off work just for one day, man. I was just couldn't walk. And I came back to work the next day, and her brother comes out on the floor. You know, it was a factory floor. He comes out on the factory floor and pulls me. It was like he was going to make me stop doing welding for some reason. He was trying to take me off the floor and get me to start doing something else. And I'd been welding there for a year and a half. And he was trying to get me to do something else, and I was way behind because I'd missed a day. I was trying to keep up my quota and shit. And I said, I got all these freaking holes to do. And he started freaking just like fucking with me. So
She's a bit weird, that one.
What the hell? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that yellow guy there. He's like the boss. Maybe if let's see. There. But he pissed me off so bad, I said, fuck you, and I hopped in my car and took off. I got home, about a half hour later, her dad and her brother show up and start trying to take the car away, which was officially hers. All I had was a motorcycle, which was tore apart in the kitchen at the time, so I didn't have any other transportation. And I told him, you ain't taking this fucking car. I said, if you ain't working for us, blah 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 blah. I don't know. It was a big fucking mess, and they were both fucking with me, and and it's like after that, I needed the car to look for another job. I went around and put in applications after that. But oh god, is this guy coming this way? But I think they started messing with her. It took me about 2 weeks. I was still looking for a job. It took about 2 weeks after that. And I got home after looking for a job all day, and she was gone. All of her stuff was gone. Her freaking father or brother or somebody came over while I was gone and packed up her shit and left. And so I moved out of there. I took all my shit and moved out of there. And then after that, she's trying to get back with me. Said, you shouldn't have left if you wanted to stay. She was trying her fucking ass off to get back with me. She was all pissed off when I met my second wife about a year later. Wait, one of these guys was the boss, huh? Is there like something I gotta get? She actually went as far as not letting me see my kid for a while after I got married to my second wife. I didn't see my kid again until I got married third time. She got pissed off at me again shortly after that, and I didn't see him again to this day.
Must have been a tough fight getting those plates.
Not at all. We just walked right in on the chaos.
Nobody stopped.
Burn the counterfeit plates. Is this them? Oh,
They didn't even give us a second.
no, they're down there. What's all this? This is counterfeit money. The guy coming back up? There he is. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, wait. Let me just hide behind this. Ah, come on. Hide. Hide! Son of a bitch, I'm turning the wrong way.
Season him!
Is there more? Anyway, I think the whole point of that was that guys have an internal clock about having a family also, I think. And we just can't have them by ourselves. Well, I guess girls can't have them by themselves. They think they can raise them by themselves. Would have that problem in the U.S. Wouldn't have that problem in the U.S. None of them want to settle down. That's kind of in all the big cities now. It's like that. It's like populations of Europe and the United States keep going down because there's more death rates than birth rates. And that's why they want all the freaking migrants. I mean, fuck, Europe is just swamped with migrants, and that the United States is even getting worse and worse. Also, I think some of the European nations are starting to realize the trouble they're in from that. They just think they can redo their population. Here's the biggest problem with not having population growth, internal population growth, is that you get older people. If you're more people, if people are living longer and less people are, more people are dying and they're living longer, but less people are being born. The younger generations have always took care of the older generations. It's like when you had big families, when you have kids, the parents take care of the kids, and the grandparents help too, and the siblings, all the aunts and uncles help take care of everybody. But then when the parents get old, or when you get old yourself, then your kids usually would take care of you, because they didn't have Social Security back then. And when the parents would actually work until they were freaking real old, because they had to work, because they had to make some money to survive. But they would pretty much live in the same house a lot of times as their kids. Let me just get this. But it was pretty much, at least in Western culture, it was pretty much given that your kids would take care of you when you get older, except for maybe some of the richer people. But I think they did the same thing.
Now to sneak these back into the bank.
Oh, I knew there was something about the bank. Where's that at? Okay, yeah. But now with Social Security, especially like in the United States, Social Security, if you don't, it's older people that got more older people than younger people. There's not as much money getting put back into the system to cover Social Security for the older people.
That's it.
And sooner or later, it's going to get to a point where there's not going to be any money for the older people. And the older people are just going to have to die off and starve, or vice versa, starve and then die off. So I think these leftists' idea is, if they let all these immigrants in and build the workforce back up, there will be at least enough money being taken in by taxes
This could be rather useful
to pay for the old people, But sooner or later, those people are going to get old, and then you're going to have more and more and more and more old people that need taken care of, and less young people. I don't know. This is freaking stupid. It's a vicious cycle. So how do I get in here? Let the civilians into the bank. How do I do that?
I've read the papers. This will be the ruin of us.
By knocking this guy out?
You
Maybe?
have a lot to answer for. I want you to tell me if this money's real.
I think it's time to make
Does that work? Go, people. Come on. Did that... I guess that let the civilians in. Worked. Now what?
This is outrageous.
You can't hide the truth from us. Ladies and gentlemen.
You can't handle the truth.
Where's the goal? Prove it's still here. Stay back. I'm warning you.
Where exactly am I going? So, the other side of this room, so go around it. Maybe? No?
Who's in charge here?
Your mama's in charge.
There's no need for shouting.
I have to go through that way, maybe.
I want to to be sure my money's safe.
Out the door with you.
There's no need for shouting!
You're not supposed to be here.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I want everything except the wedding and the children. Mexican women are very traditionalists. They want to start a family and have 10 children. Yeah, conservative women in the United States are kind of like that. But they don't want no 10 children. My mom's generation, they wanted big families. Not my mom's, her parents. My mom had 11 brothers and sisters, or 11 or 12. My grandmother on my dad's side, she had a bunch of sisters and one brother, I think, too. But these last couple generations of my family, my dad had 3 kids. My mom had 2. I've had 4. I've had more than both of my parents that I know of, or that they know of. Well, I guess my mom would know. My dad doesn't know exactly how many kids he's had. He knows of 4. Actually, he did have 4, huh? He had one that showed up as an adult, saying, "You're my daddy." Okay, can I get this guy?
Don't let her get...
That's awful. No parents should be barred from their children unless they deserve it. I know, I didn't deserve it. Definitely. I was really good to my kids, all my kids. My second son, I had contact with him until he was probably about 7 or 8, and then his mom moved to freaking Georgia. And I know they visited a few times after that, but she never got a hold of me, or I'm sure she could have got a hold of me if she tried. But they've lived in Georgia all his life. Well, since he was a kid. That really sucks.
There. As if they were never taken.
I got into contact with him, though, a couple years ago. I was wanting to try to stay in contact with him, but I don't know. He didn't seem like he wanted to, maybe. I don't know. My daughter and my youngest son I raised pretty much most of his life and still live right next in his backyard. My daughter, I kept in contact with her, and actually she lived with me at least 2 times in her life. And then she turned all commie and got pissed off at me on Facebook and unfriended me a couple years ago. Because I was trying to tell her how stupid communism is, and she didn't want to hear it. She got married to some guy, and I don't know if it was him or if she already had these tendencies before that, but I'm pretty sure she probably did, because she went to Fresno State College, and it's really, really leftist, and she was an English major. I don't know if that makes a difference, but she tried to get her teaching credentials, and she was, I think, working as a substitute teacher for a while, but I don't think she ever did get her teaching credentials. But she was all in that whole atmosphere, and that's probably what did it. Anytime you're in the educational system as a job, then you just can't wash the brain, get rid of the brainwashing. Now what's going on now? Oh, I gotta escape the bank. Oh, okay. It's easy enough. Probably shouldn't have killed the guards, but... Oh god, there's another one. I did not even see him. He's still after me. Where's he at? Oh shit, he's on that side. What am I doing? This is fucked up. He's trying to shoot me. I don't want to kill any more of them. I already killed too many of them. I shouldn't have killed them in the first place. I'm a bad girl. Hurry, hurry.
Gotta go.
There. Speak to Aberline. I think he actually pronounces... I heard him say his name. I think he said Aberline. I don't know why I keep saying Aberline. It's like Abilene.
Go on.
Maybelline. Maybelline, why don't you be true? Maybelline, why don't you be true?
Easy.
Do one thing in the world that you want to do. That's probably not even the right words, huh?
Well, the London papers are running the story of how it was all a hoax. No more riots. Faith in the bank restored. Finally, I might get a quiet night on patrol. Miss Fry, I can't thank you enough.
Glad we've averted catastrophe, Sergeant.
Sorry I killed all your
thanking
cops.
me.
I didn't even get any penalties for that. I'll have kids at a minimum 25. Give me a couple years to have fun. Yeah, I think that's more of the attitude of a lot of people, young people nowadays. I mean, back in my day, we had kids young. I think I had my first kid when I was 19 or 20. Not the first time I got a girl pregnant either, but they the first time I got a girl pregnant, she had a miscarriage. It's probably from the pill. Second time, it definitely was the pill. My second wife got pregnant, and she had a miscarriage, and the doctor said it's probably because she was on the pill when she got pregnant, and it messed up the pregnancy. You know, it's not 100% certain that you won't get pregnant on the pill, but it's not good for the fetus if you do. I think that's probably what happened in the first time also.
There you are.
That's what I was thinking. That's my theory. Probably wrong. Could have just been the girl went and freaking had an abortion behind my back. She knew that I wouldn't have went for that. And back in the day, it wasn't as common to have abortions. So if she did, she kept it quiet.
There you go.
Or she was lying to me about the pregnancy in the first place. I know that this girl that I was with, this girl in Germany when I was there. She was 16 and I was 17. And I think she thought I was going to break up with her, and she started telling me she was pregnant. And then when she didn't start showing, She said she had a miscarriage, and I know for a fact that she didn't. One of her friends told me about it, like a year later.
Easy now.
Damn! But anyway, yeah, that's what I think a lot of younger people feel now, is that they would rather have fun than have kids, which is okay, I guess, as long as you don't wait too long, you know. And that's what I think happens is they decide that not to have kids until later, and then the older they get, the more they decide, well, hey, this is too good. I don't want to ruin this. But then again, you know, they don't realize that they'll probably have a better life if they do have the kids, if they can find somebody right for them and stay with them, you know, which is a rarity anymore nowadays too. It's mostly because, and at least in my case, I was not conservative. So I always ran into the wrong, got with the wrong girls, because the ones that I got with, you know, were all into just partying and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. It was a mess. Birth rate is really low because we have way too many women. Yeah, and that's kind of messed up. You know that if you have a society that has, well, actually, forget what I was saying, because I was thinking about it the other way around, which I know that societies have in the past, like in tribal society, if there's, because, you know, the men end up getting killed, and then there's way more women than men, and so what happens is that the men have multiple companions or wives or concubines or whatever you want to call it, because you can start a society with one man and 100 women, although you're going to get a lot of inbreeding going on, because everybody's going to be half of they're going to have the father's blood, you know, but they'll have 100 different women. So yeah, there's going to be some inbreeding going on there in generations down the line, until the blood gets diluted enough so it's not like that. But you could start whole tribes with just a handful of men and lots of women, but you can't do it the other way around. You can't just have one woman and 100 men. It just doesn't work that way, because a woman can only produce one kid every 9 months. So at the most, especially in the old days when life expectancy wasn't but 30 years old, and they're of breeding age, I guess that's what you call it. That sounds crude, but 13 or 14 years old. So there's only, less than 20 years, maybe 20 years. So 20 kids at the most that they can have in that time. So you can't really start a society with that. And they will all be, well, I guess they'd have different blood if there was a different man with each kid. I don't know. The logistics are kind of crazy. Oh, you said my country is a far-right extremist utopia because of our new border policies this year. Our birth rate is really low because there's way too many women. So they need men in Lithuania. A lot of them, yeah. I'm already packing. No cartels, just lots of commie architecture. Commie architecture. This makes you just as depressed. What, the buildings? Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I've seen some pretty freaking cool, well, in St. Petersburg and Moscow, they have some really cool buildings, but I don't know a lot about communist architecture. Most of those buildings were built before the freaking communists took over, too, I think. I want to travel a lot. If I get demotivated to have children, it's all good. I also have, and also you have to find someone good. Yeah, that's the hard part. Hedonism only brings never feeling fulfilled in the end, and hedonism is promoted and encouraged these days. I know exactly, and that's what I think I was trying to get at that, and I might have got distracted. That if you're all out for yourself, and for one thing, what I was saying the other day or yesterday or whenever I was saying it about being responsible for another life gives you some life lessons that you can't get any other way. That's one thing. But the other thing is that, yeah, if you're just out just wanting to party all the time and never caring about anything else, that's a formula for depression and mental illness and every freaking thing else you can think of. It takes settling down and trying to see the good side of life that doesn't have to do with, like you said, the word hedonism. That's a good way to put it. You become a responsible human being with dreams and goals and ambition beyond just trying to make money, though. I think money is just as bad of an influence. But yeah, family, friends, community, and God. There you go. And not in that order. God probably first. I have just dedicated my life to debauchery, but if I find the right woman, I know I can settle down and maybe have the home I didn't have. I'm not sure about the children. Yeah. Urban areas of the USSR are all built with plain gray concrete and are uniform in appearance. That's what I was saying. I think that most of the buildings I was talking about, like the Kremlin, and there's a big cathedral in Moscow, and in St. Petersburg, they have a lot of cool buildings and shit too, you know. Was that the Winter Palace or something? Is that in St. Petersburg? All those buildings, all that really great architecture, Russian architecture, was built before the Soviet Union. And after that, when you get communism, when you're living under communist rule, it's the state that builds everything, and they want things to be mediocre because they don't want anybody to be more privileged than anybody else. Everybody has to be equal, At least in old Marxism. Nowadays, God, I don't know what the fuck's going on with cultural Marxism of today. Modern cultural Marxism is just completely insane. But in those days, it was insane enough, though, because everything, you had to drop the best people down to the level of the mediocre people and try to raise the lower people up. But you end up, you can't really get, even after you try to raise those people up, you really can't get too far above the weakest link. So everybody's there. And so everybody has these stock cookie cutter houses, and anything that you get is pretty much given to you by the freaking government, man. I guess you can get stuff in the black market besides that, but everything that you get is going to be cheap trash, because everything's going to be mediocre. You're not going to find anything that's good quality. That's just the way it is, because that's the way they want it. You can't have people being better than mediocre, because then there's going to be some kind of equality, and you're going to sooner or later build up a higher class of people, and you can't have that. I wouldn't be good in a relationship because I'd be bad at communicating because I can't get my feelings across. You'd be surprised, if you find the right person, you'll be able to get your feelings across. The right woman will pull those feelings out of you. And you'll be wearing them feelings on your sleeve, man. In communist countries, everything looks flat and old. Yep. Or that's the idea I have. Yeah. You'd be right, Alan. Whenever I go to urban areas, it's so drab and ugly. You just have to do yourself and find the right girl. 0. Yep. We have a site called the Hill of Crosses. The Soviet tried to burn it, all of our churches, artifacts. All communists know it's to destroy. Yep. Oh yeah, they don't want churches, because then you're not beholden to the state as much as you are to God. And that's that's what happened with Rome, you know. People started believing in God and Christ, and the emperor was their god, you know, and was the state god. And you can't, and that's just what communism is. You have, instead of a person, you have to worship the system. And that's just crazy, man. I mean, worshiping a person is bad enough, but worshiping a system, systems are fallible because humans run the system. It's crazy talk. Anyway, new development rises in Evie's search for the Shroud of Eden.
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with the room marked Secret Vault.
Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
We've already met.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend.
I guess
I
did that DLC too early.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick. or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
We're going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
My love. She's all hot for him. Am I going to be him? No. I'm back to her. Okay. Use Henry's distraction twice. Okay, and how do I do that? Okay, first of all, let me... Up. There we go. I probably should have got some more darts before I started this. Oh god, there's somebody up there. Let me get shot. Okay. I think I need to do a leap of faith because that's what it's trying to get me to do. He's going to do a distraction of some kind. Come on. What distraction are you going to do, dude? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I gotta wait till both of these two guys aren't looking at this guy and I can pull him in. Oh, God, see, he turns around right when that guy turns around. So one or the other of them is in eyesight of this guy that I can pull in right now. So now he's going to turn around when this guy gets back over here. Yeah. Not good. Yep, as soon as he walks over, that other guy turns around. One or the other of them is going to see me if I try to get this guy. God. I don't know what his distraction is going to be. I wish it would give me a hint. Can I do this? Well, I guess. What are you going to do up there, buddy? Just let me know. Is that guy looking this way too? Yeah, there's another guy over there.
That's not them.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this guy. Speak to him.
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, friend.
I think I need to start this over. 'Cause I was probably supposed to go talk to him first. Plus I need some... Probably should have quit the memory and restarted it. Look at the pictures of the place. It's impressive. My aunt is from whatever. I can't pronounce that. But she isn't blood related to me. She's my uncle's wife, and...
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research.
Wife's cousin is half Lithuanian. The Soviets tried to bulldoze...
We're going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
Soviets tried to bulldoze the holy site a few times. What stopped them? Was there protests? It's where some of my family is from. Are you Polish? Yep. I've always heard there's a huge rivalry between our countries, but I've only ever encountered one person who actually felt that way. Me living in the UK has made me realize that I feel closer to people from countries near my mind because we share some similar aspects of life. If there's a rivalry, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Like the Polish in Poland have a large hatred for Russians, but that's about it, really. Okay, so I need to quit. That's what I need to do. Quit memory. I need to get some more darts because I might need them. We don't like Russians either. I don't think any Eastern European countries like Russia because they were freaking subjugated by them for so long. We also hate Ukrainians until the mainstream media collectively decided we should all worship them. I remember from before Lewinsky, or whatever his name is, got elected. Is that his name? Like Monica Lewinsky? But I remember before he got elected, all the media in the United States was making fun of him because he was a comedian or something, actor. And he played a president in some comedy show or something. And so everybody over here, all the channels, before the Ukrainian war, they were all freaking making fun of him. And making him out to be incompetent and shit like that. Then all of a sudden, when Russia started messing with him, then everybody's his friend.
Still keeping well, miss? Good on ya.
when the missiles hit Poland and killed 2 people coming from Ukraine. Poland was about to attack, but Kamala Harris flew quickly over to Poland and calmed the situation down. That's surprising that she could freaking calm anything down.
Hand it over, if you please.
I can't tackle a little kid? Just grab him by the shoulder. That woman calmed them down. She's awful. I know, that's what I'm thinking. How? I don't know how she did it, but she managed to. She probably used some blackmail. Biden has some dirt on him over there, and they got dirt on Biden, so I think Biden's pretty compromised by Ukraine and China both. So no telling what happened. Anyway, myself, all I know is I really don't care about either of those countries much. The countries themselves. I care about the people that are getting fucked up over it. And I think that all of it's been handled wrong. I've said this a lot of times, they should have tried peaceful solutions before it got too far. And even now that it's not peaceful anymore, they should keep trying some kind of diplomatic way to end the war. Or else it's just going to go on. You cannot keep a war going. Hatred just keeps begetting hatred, and it keeps getting more and more, and before long, people don't even know what they're fighting for anymore. It's not like World War II when there was a clear, evil, freaking enemy, you know? Although, freaking Putin is pretty screwed up. The Russian people don't deserve that shit. Their government is the one that's screwed up, and it's because they have a bad leader. There's no way to keep a freaking war going, or no reason to keep a war going, when all you need to freaking do is compromise. Just say, stay out of my country, I stay out of your country. We won't have anything to do with each other. Period. You know? And if for some reason Putin does get Ukraine as an annexed province or something, do you think he's going to stop there? It's going to be World War II all over again, because then he's going to start going after all the other countries around there. Poland, Lithuania, freaking Yugoslavia again, freaking Hungary, Romania. All the Eastern Bloc countries are going to end up becoming annexed to Russia again. He's not going to stop. So it needs to be stopped right now in its tracks before it gets carried too far. Sooner or later, the Russian people are going to get sick of him and get rid of him one way or another, you know? Or eventually he'll have to freaking die of natural causes, maybe. And then they can find somebody just as fucked up, I guess, or they can finally figure out how to get somebody better. Funny that Zelensky, oh, it's not Zelensky. Who would I say? Monica Lewinsky. Lewinsky is what I said, got elected at the height of the corporate takeovers of Ukraine. An 98% Orthodox Christian population elected a dude who did gay porn and is a totally opposite faith. Yeah, I don't know a lot about the dude. heard that he was doing a sitcom or something. How did that happen? The guy did gay porn? What the fuck? I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that either. All I've ever heard is that he did some kind of sitcom where he played a president. The hatred will never end. You know, and whatever you got to say about Doctor Who, the older stuff, everybody seems to like David Tennant. But the newer stuff with Peter Capaldi or whatever his name is, and then I don't know about the new lady yet, but Peter Capaldi had this scene where he was trying to stop a war, and he said this perfect monologue. And I need to freaking find that and make a clip of it, and maybe even put it on my channel. But if people just listen to that, I was listening to that and I was thinking, man, that is just so like insightful. Whoever wrote it, well, I know who wrote it, is Stephen Moffat, who's used to be one of the writers. I think he quit when they got the lady doctor, but he was like one of the main writers and creators, period, of the show. Not creators, but you know, his creativity ran that show for 10 seasons, 9 seasons at least. But yeah, I gotta find that clip and I'll put it on Discord maybe. But it's like the perfect monologue against war. Think about Israel and Palestine. The war will never end because no one wants, and everyone wants something. Yeah, and they can't compromise because I don't know what it is. It's just hatred is what it is. Basically, they can't. You have to compromise and come to some kind of agreement, and it might be a hard-fought compromise, like the United States Constitution back in 1770s and 1780s, when they were trying to work out all the bugs in it and trying to come up with some kind of compromise that was good for everybody. And the biggest compromise they made is the Bill of Rights, and that's the amendments: the First Amendment, Second Amendment. You know, those Bill of Rights, it's actually the first 10 amendments of the Bill of Rights, of the Constitution is the Bill of Rights. And you could add a lot more of those into it nowadays. But then it was the first 10 amendments. And those were the compromises of how to appease everybody. And they worked. Freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of assembly. Those 4 things right there pretty much said all of it. And then the other one to back all that up was the Second Amendment, gun rights. Anyway, I need to get back into the game. Sorry if I'm not going to pay much more attention here. I haven't even been doing too much of the game tonight.
Please tell me again where we are going.
I found a letter from the Prince Consort among Lucy Thorne's research, marked with the same insignia as your key, dated 1847.
1847.
The same year the Prince began renovations to Buckingham Palace.
You think he added a vault for the shroud?
And since there is no map of the palace with a room marked Secret Vault.
Your Highness, may I present Miss Evie Fry. Miss Fry, Maharaja Duleep Singh.
A pleasure, Your Highness.
My friend, The plans you asked for have been removed.
Removed? By whom?
Crawford Starrick, or someone employed by him. Yes, I thought you might recognize the name. I know where they are, but it is heavily guarded.
That part will not be a problem.
I thought not.
Hey, good night, Blue
We're
Jay.
going to need a plan.
I can provide a distraction for the guards while you find a safe way inside.
Oh. Really?
For you, Evie? Certainly.
Yeah, I do everything.
Well, once I'm inside, I'll find someone who knows where the papers are stored.
And we will meet back on the train.
Be careful.
Need to get rid of this sniper real quick. She turn around at all? Son of a bitch. Why did I do that? I just wasted one of my darts. There's a freaking sniper right there. Why can't she see us over here?
What's the plan?
When you give the signal, I'll draw the guards into a fight and then use a smoke bomb to get away.
And I'll take advantage of the confusion. Ready?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why can't I? What happened? I can't. Oh, there we go. I gotta get this guy. Why? What's he doing?
Look over here! An assassin!
You'll regret sticking your nose in!
He's over there. That's enough of
Oh, son of a bitch!
That's not them.
Okay, I got to do that twice. Where's he at now? Oh, I can distract him again, huh? Oh God, there's a lady right here. So I'm getting in over there. Oh God, there's a bunch of people, huh? There's two different locations. I don't know how to get in over there. Here. Under there. Somewhere. Oh, there's a window. Oh shit, the guy went the wrong way.
An assassin in your midst. Pipe down if you know what's good for you. You'll regret sticking your nose in.
Oh, shut up!
That looks like a mess I should stay clear of. Intrude! Alert! The leader of the Rooks is in the vicinity!
Anybody hear that?
No.
Can I use them more than once? Or more than twice?
I suspect something is not right here. If there was ever any doubt, you will read the prototype here.
So it's in one of these locations. That's the deal, huh? Try this. Oh, hey, I can do this. It's even better. Orders. All I could read here. It went up too high on my chat. Borders, even though the 60s they said Poland would be the buffer state, should conquer Kalingard conquer. Why conquer anything? I'm getting tired. Oh, I already said bye to Blue Jay. My bloodline has done enough conquering. Yeah. I was thinking about that when you were talking about that yesterday. Would your real last name happen to be Hess?
Someone's been killed! Killed like a damn dog!
Oh shit, wrong button.
There's a killer about! Someone's been killed! Killed like a damn dog!
Do you need assistance?
Can you spot me? I can see you.
Have I caught enough of you?
Oh, stop your chatter! Shut up or I'll shut you up!
Yep, conquering is never the right answer. Oh shit. Gotta just let people
Nothing
be.
here. Looks like I have to ask someone where the plans are.
Let people be and let them do what they need to do for their own countries and own corners of the world. As long as they don't interfere with your rights, don't interfere with their rights, you know? Every time I see Callan, whatever, grad on the map, it gives me like OCD. I'm not even sure. I missed part of that conversation.
Vanilla ice cream! Nature's canvas!
Oh shit, I still gotta do something in there?
Evie, nice to see you again. There's someone to look after them.
You'd be on the right path with that. Yeah. Well, you mentioned Nuremberg. I was trying to think of some of the guys that were in the Nuremberg trials. Hess was the main one. So what am I kidnap the nearby Templar? Can I use... I can't use what's his name anymore. I need to kill some of these guys if I'm going to kidnap them. If I could find out where the hell this guy is that I'm looking for. I thought I saw him a minute ago, until I got out of the area and it disappeared. Evie is in love. Yep. Rudolph Hess. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Any way you look at it, no matter who it is, that's really archaic, kind of primitive, if you ask me, to give descendants of somebody, or any people, period, the consequences of the actions of their ancestors, because they have nothing to do with it. Well, the top Dachau people. Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. I'm not sure who was in charge of Dachau, but I know what Dachau is. So where is this person I'm looking for? I think I screwed up somewhere. Kidnap a nearby Templar? Any of them? Maybe it means any of them. I'll try this guy down here since he's not around anybody else.
I swear, miss, I don't know where they've taken him.
Taken who?
The man, dressed like you. The guards dragged him off.
Henry? The plans you stole, where are they?
I don't know anything about that.
The plans. The mission.
That was it? Now find Henry? Okay, can I kill this guy now?
It's alright.
What just happened?
No one will notice a little girl slipping away.
Can't kill him? I can't kill him? I think he's a Walking Dead. Wait. She made a motion like she slit his throat. Something weird's happening now. Closely, or clearly he fought back.
It's Fry.
You're some of Clara's children.
They took Mr. Henry. We couldn't stop them.
I bit one of them good, though.
They dragged him off in a red carriage.
They won't get far, though.
He
one
bit
wheel
one
looked
of
like
them?
it was about ready to fall off. You can see the cart tracks. It looks so wobbly-like.
That way? Oh yeah. Can I, like, keep my own cart?
Here now.
It's like going all over the place. This way. There's two different sets of tracks. There's one of them.
That cart's been run off the road. They must be driving quickly. here now. They're knocking people over, too. And destruction of public property. I must be on the right track. There you go. That must be the carriage. Found you. Now to find Henry.
Another kid? No, it's a lady. Oh shit. Can I kill these guys as I go? I need to die.
I don't know anything about the carriage, but there's been some strange happenings around here today. All kinds of unsavory types wandering around, armed to the teeth. I don't like it one bit.
You don't know anything about a carriage? The carriage just freaking came up behind her. Kill guards using hanging barrels. Hanging barrels? I don't even see any. Hold on a minute. Must have been one of my dogs. I heard something funny. I thought it might be from under the bus. But one of the dogs is like laying on my feet, but her paws are hitting this plastic heater. I think she's just like maybe having dreams and like scratching the heater. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these yellow guys here. Is that Henry right there? Oh, no, I gotta speak to him. That means I gotta kill these guys to get over there. Where is these frickin' hanging? It's not a hanging barrel. What is that? Okay, there's a sniper. Where the hell's the hanging barrels? I see nothing. There's a whole nother area over here. Let me kill this sniper. Her gun flew down there and almost hit that dude. There's another sniper. No! Why? Why? Son of a bitch. I was trying to kill this bitch right here. And frickin' went right over her head to somebody way the fuck down there. Nobody saw that? God, that just sucked. I hope there wasn't no barrel above the guy's head that I just killed. That'd really suck. I need to find some frickin' barrel or hanging barrels. Where? There's not a hanging barrel in this whole red zone. Try over this way. Okay, this is the outskirts. Nothing over there. I'm at the edge again. I gotta be missing something. Why would they put that as a freaking challenge in this game, in this thing, if there is no hanging barrels at all? That sounds like something freaking Fallout would do. Or at least Fallout 76. Gotta remember, that is a hanging barrel. Is it? Is there anybody under it? I don't even see anybody. Let's go over there. Yeah, a while back they started doing this thing where, okay, so for a while now they've had this these dailies, and they give you these prizes and stuff on the scoreboard. So you do the daily. So that's the only hanging barrel here, and there is nobody even near it. So yeah, but then they started doing this thing where if you don't like one of the, this is just recently, they started doing this thing that if you don't like one of the daily challenges, because they help you with the scoreboard, they started it during this new scoreboard, that you can re-roll the challenge. You can pick one of the challenges. They have, between 7 and 9 challenges, and you can re-roll one of them if you don't like that one, and you can it'll re-roll a new one. And for some stupid reason, they started putting in challenges that were idiotic. There's this thing called Meat Week, where they have this event, and it only happens once a year. And it was not Meat Week, and they started putting Meat Week challenges in the freaking list of challenges, just so you'd have something to re-roll, I guess. That's just stupid. You gotta at least put something in there that's doable. This is stupid. Let me go see over here. How far does this red zone go over here? And it goes on the inside too, huh? Only to the end of this building. That is the only hanging barrel outside the building. I don't think there's anything inside, is there? Does that look like there's something above that guy's head? Just a banner or something. This is a train station, ain't it? Oh, I don't know what it is. What's with this little green area here? That's where he's at, is underground. Probably right there. There's a hanging barrel under me. Is there any dudes down there?
Henry.
It's down where Henry is. I don't see anybody under there, though. So that's him, which is Right there, yeah. That's the marker that I thought of. Huh. So there's hanging barrels up underneath the ground. Guess I'll just go try to do that.
Maybe someone ought to notify the loony bin.
Opened up a loony bin.
Yeah, I saw them dragging someone out of the carriage after the wheel fell off. They said he'd hit his head. Not sure why they needed to take him to the church, but that's where they went.
Someone help!
They went to the church.
Don't kill
God's sake!
Don't, please!
Bless her, she's gone scatterbrained.
Where's the church? That's the church over there, maybe? Okay, let's go try to talk to this guy.
That Fry woman is here!
What the hell? Oh, why did he turn around? Turned around right at the wrong time, man.
If I didn't know better, I'd say she was hiding.
You're not getting out of here alive!
Is she hiding?
What do you reckon she's
Curious,
up
isn't
to?
it?
Wonder who she's hiding from.
Someone's been killed!
Someone's been killed. Oh no. Evil Fry lady.
There's a murderer to stop!
There's a murderer to stop.
I don't want any more of this.
Yes, they pulled someone out of that carriage. Dead drunk he was. They carried him into the churchyard. Maybe he wanted a quiet place to sleep it off.
Say, get me to the church on time. I don't think your ancestors' crimes really matter. Like, there's a Goering in Argentina, and she barely knows what her father did. Yeah, and apparently there's a Mussolini in the government in Italy. I haven't checked that out yet, but Elizabeth was saying there was.
I could have sworn I'd locked this gate. This is supposed to be locked. Bloody urchins opened it again, no doubt.
Could have gone so much worse. So your intentions are to leave. Oops. and it just rolled up. I was just reading that. Your intentions are to leave Lithuania. I want to move to the U.S. eventually, I think. As bad as it is right now, they have a lot I like. Yeah, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better here. And it's not that bad, really. I mean, as long as you stay out of the big freaking cities, man. It's nice around where I live, I think. And even Fresno, if you get into certain parts, more conservative sides of town, anywhere out in the outskirts or in the country, or even in just Clovis, which is like a country and western type little town. Well, it's not a little town. It's actually part of Fresno, but it's like a suburb. And even in the town, it's not real bad. It wasn't when I moved out of there, at least. That was almost 5 years ago now. So I'm pretty sure it's like that all over, especially if you're not in California. More in the Midwest or Arizona, Texas. They're a lot better. Florida's just humid as fuck, though. That's a bad problem about Florida. I see the times when I wanted to leave my country are over. You enjoy Mexico, or just leaving is too much trouble? I put matter what my life I can't spell. What I meant to, but don't matter. Oh. Only when went to Canada once and worked in construction. Then I returned to my country and paid for my studies. I learned some English, and I no longer had the desire to leave this damn city. It's weird, but I like my country with the good and the bad, and I think I'm going to die here. That's how I feel about California. A lot of people put down California because we have some stupid fucking people in the bigger cities that are ruining the country, or the state. And stupid ass governor. But it's still home, you know, and it's not as bad as they make it out to be. And it's really, I think it's a really nice place, man. It's like beautiful, man. There's so many good parts of this state. I think it's actually the best state in the United States if it wasn't for San Francisco and LA. And San Francisco's beautiful too, man. Before they let the fucking homeless problem and drug problem get out of control. And the crime problem. It's weird, but I like... Oh, yeah, I read that part. Yeah, I get that. I'd like my country if I didn't get pestered with everything I try to do. Yeah. Well, in your case, I think you're actually getting persecuted. So persecution is a good reason to leave someplace, you know? Getting persecuted for something that wasn't your fault. And what's really funny is that the freaking leftists would act like depending on who you are, that's something that they would care about. But in your case, they probably wouldn't, because it has something to do with right-wing politics. So they would care freaking less. Okay, there are people down here. When I was up top, I didn't see the people. I did see a barrel, hanging barrels over by where he's at. And I'm hoping these guys are going to be over by there. Now, where'd they go? There's one there. I thought there was more. Son of a bitch. These hanging barrels ain't going to mean a damn thing if there's not two people. There they are. That's what I thought I saw before. Okay, so there's the hanging barrels.
I don't know.
So now I just need to make sure I do this right.
Wouldn't be surprised if it took a while.
I'm going to make sure that there's two under them. Are those two under it?
Well, I hope you haven't addled his brain.
They're going to be able to see me.
He's an assassin. How much more addled can he get?
I don't even know where that frickin'...
Why did you bring
They're
him
going to be
here?
able to see me. Disappear, 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 disappear. There you go.
You had a chance to question him now, did we?
Okay. Come on. Come on. I can't tell where it's actually at. This is stupid. It's right in the freaking dead center. Gotta wait for them to get dead center. Damn.
Wake him up.
I can't even see if it's...
Rise and shine.
Are they under it? I don't even know. I'm gonna just try it. It worked.
She's not allowed here. I'll teach you some manners.
I couldn't tell where the hell that thing was freaking hanging, man. The perspective freaking thing sucks.
Evie, they sent someone to move the architectural plans. Do you have them?
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine.
Let's go.
I will make it all right. I will kiss your boo-boo.
What about the plans?
Plans are lost. Concentrate on the vacancies.
What about what plans? We never got the plans yet? Oh, come on. He's just running right into trouble. I guess I could have did that too.
Gunman on the rooftop.
I surrender. Just let me live. I'll get her.
Yow. Sound like somebody from
It's not the other way.
Scooby-Doo. This is not a cartoon, even though it's animated. We don't need no yow.
Get Miss Nightingale to look at that. I must find the vault before Starrick secures the shroud.
We'll talk to the Maharaja again.
I will talk to the Maharaja. You will get your head looked at.
I'm sorry my capture hasn't done your plans.
You'd be safer on the train.
Even if you find the vault, you can't just walk into Buckingham Palace alone.
I won't be alone. I'll see you back at the train, Mr. Green.
She was all worried about him. I wouldn't mess with Evie. I know. I would. Someone's got to turn that cross upside down. I don't. Well, the thing is this is a Dracula deal, or it's a DLC, is what it is. It's a Dracula costume DLC. So she's wearing like a Lady Dracula costume, which, you know, I mentioned that before, is I don't know why she would even have a cross even upside down on Dracula. It probably still would have burnt him. But it's the best costume that they have. So I was wanting to change it, and it's the coolest looking one too, but I was wanting to change it. But see the stats that the extra stats I got on here: decreases melee damage, decreases range damage, and it gives me increased damage with my knife thingy. And none of the other ones will do that. Except for I just opened up something else here, didn't I? That doesn't do much. One more that can open up there. What's this one down here? Oh, yeah. But yeah, see, this is Blood Fur Lady outfit from, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and the cape goes with it. It's a Count's cloak. But if I could find some better stats, man, I would change. I actually really like this one and this one, but they have really screwed up stats, man, or buffs. This one doesn't have bad buffs. The only thing that I would use in there is 2 extra knives and 2 extra darts. I don't use the smoke bombs much, or the voltaic bombs. And this one's not bad, but it uses the cane. It's exactly the same stats, but instead of the knife, it uses the cane, and the cane kind of sucks. And I was wearing this for a couple days. It's not too bad. That one looks really cool, but it only gives you buffs on the bombs. Like I said, I don't use those much. This is from one of the add-ons also. It's a steampunk add-on. That one kind of looks the coolest, I think, too, right here, because I like purple for one thing. But I think you can change the colors of this. That one looks really cool, and it gives me better. Actually, let me see if I can craft that now. Oh God, I need a crafting material. Bodhisa's torque, whatever that is. That kind of sucks. I'll probably get that soon. I'll keep that in mind, because that's actually not too bad. I can live with wearing that. Well, I think the reason it's that color is because I do have purple equipped, don't I? No, I don't. I have black equipped. This one you can't even change the color of. Looks great on her. Yeah. Now, this is a really cool costume. Even Boonabug makes her own Halloween costumes and for her daughters when they lived with her. I don't know if she still makes them costumes or not. I think her young, I don't know. Does her youngest daughter still live with her? But she made this costume one year and put it on. This is a couple, 2 or 3 years ago. She put a picture of it on, posted it on Discord. It's pretty cool. Outfits having buffs is a bit odd. Doesn't really let you wear what you want to. It's even worse. Well, no, actually, okay, so Odyssey and maybe even Origins. I can't remember if Origins does it, but Odyssey and Valhalla, all your outfits give you buffs, but you can put on an outfit and then go in and change the skin to any other outfit that you find. So you can use the buffs of one outfit and use the looks of another outfit, which is really cool because you can wear the same outfit or find a better outfit and wear it, but you could always get the best buffs that you want. So it's really cool. That's like the best system that they've had in this game. But it's the best system that they've had in the newer games, is the outfits. I think that's really cool. And they have some hell outfits, man. They got so many different kinds of outfits in those 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure you could do the same thing in Origins. So it's 3. It'd be 3 of them. What did that say? Something just popped up on the screen. Your buffs or experience buff is expired, it said. Or something. Hey. Let me see if I can get anything here. Where's that at? Right over there. Later, punk. Don't mess with the Eevee. He didn't mess with you. What are you talking about? He's just minding his own business, being an evil punk, walking down the street, and you just ruined his day. Whoa! Son of a bitch, why'd she do that? She just freaking jumped off that old building. Why? Wait, it's right behind me. Where's it at? It's way up there. I gotta go up top to get it. Okay. No, you freak. Why? You get it? You give me anything? Currently unavailable. Why? That is so lame. Sometimes it's available and most times it's not. But sometimes it is. Just waste my freaking time. Oh, there's the next one. Is that the only other one? I'm going to go back to the train for a minute first. In Valhalla and Odyssey, you can change the looks because mismatched looks terrible. Like, you can only change the looks to something that you already have, though.
Seems a letter has come for Jacob.
Kind of like Harry Potter. Or not Harry Potter. What's the one that... The
I encourage you to
Hogwarts.
take part in all the amusements that our city affords.
In Hogwarts, you know how you could just choose anything for the buffs that they have, but then change the looks of it. It's kind of that same concept. Or it's exactly that same concept. Except, I'm pretty sure, like this one, your outfits are just one thing. And in Harry Potter, you had different things like
come for Jacob.
hoods or hats and shirts and cloaks, and they're all different categories. So you had different buffs for each category. This one you kind of do. You just have, well, you have different buffs for your weapons, and the only other thing is with Evie, you got a cloak. Well, you got the whole outfit in general, and then you got your gauntlet. And then you have, with her you have a cape, and with him you have a belt. And then you have your weapons that have different buffs on each one. Okay, so I'm done there. Let's go all the way to the castle. Is that where we're going? I think we're going to go to the castle. Alice, whatever you call it. Is everyone's favorite game of all times? Fallout New Vegas would be mine. Skyrim, yep. Skyrim's right up there in my top games. I know that. But Skyrim, or Fallout, New Vegas, all three of the Witchers as one, and well, that's kind of hard to pick a third one. Assassin's Creed, Ezio Chronicles, or Collection. That's close three. Third. There's also so many others though that I really don't. Oh shit! I forgot. Red Dead Redemption, the original Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead 2's pretty damn good too. But Red Dead Redemption, probably the Undead Nightmare DLC. That's got to be 3. The special edition or the special edition? The special. I haven't got that new edition. What is it? The anniversary edition? Is that what you call it? Another one of my older favorite games that I haven't played a lot lately is Fable 2. Not Fable 1 and not Fable 3, but Fable 2 is so freaking good, man. Although it really gets me pissed off when you marry somebody and then they die when you're in prison for 8 years. There's a part of the game where you go to prison for 8 years and you come out and everything's changed. And my wife died, and the kid got sent to the orphanage, and it doesn't even let you know where to find your kid. But that's really cool about that game, though, is you can get married to almost anybody in the game, even a ghost lady. That's pretty cool. And then you can have kids with them. You can have a bunch of kids, really. And you can either be average or really, really good or really, really evil or somewhere in between. The Oscillation Todd Howard Special Edition. Lawn, what? Honestly, I barely see a difference between old rim and special edition. Graphics are a little better. The anniversary edition has Creative Club content and has lore-friendly things, which I'm glad about. Creation Club is just mods, right? Fallout New Vegas, Dark Souls 1, Metal Gear 3, Resident Evil 4, Mass Effects 2, AC2, Half-Life 2. Yeah, I have the whole Half-Life series, but I've never played it. Darcy was playing it, streaming it for a while, years ago. So I watched her play it, but I've never played it. Red Dead Redemption 1, Bioshock 1, oh shit, I forgot Batman. Batman Arkham series, the whole series. My favorite one of those, though, is probably Asylum. Well, I don't know. It's close between Asylum and City. But yeah, I forgot about that. That's got to be right up in there, like fourth, at the least, fourth. I've actually been meaning to do a video series, a tutorial series of that, and I started it and never finished it. Never played Silent Hill. Diablo, I played the original Diablo, but never played it past that. GTA, I forgot about that. San Andreas, and San Andreas is my favorite GTA. Yeah, that's probably fifth right there. That's my top 5 right there. And Bioshock's pretty close up in there too. Maybe 7th, 6th or 7th. Oh, no, I forgot Skyrim, huh? Or just Elder Scrolls in general. That's, man, I'd have to rework my whole thing. I'd have to think about that. Skyrim's up there. 3rd, maybe 4th, at the least 4th. Right behind Red Dead. And probably ahead of Assassin's Creed. I don't know, man. I'd have to think about it. It changes. It changes a lot. But San Andreas, that's always been one of my favorite games. I actually started streaming it last year, and then my computer screwed up, and I never got back to it. So now they have I have an enhanced version of it. So I'll probably be playing that. The what do you call it? Trilogy. Probably that's what I want to get back to, that because I started the trilogy just a couple months ago, and I haven't really got back to it yet. I really want to get back to that, and I will be playing San Andreas when I do that, and 4. Snake Eater? What's Snake Eater? Creation clubs are mods that have been approved by Bethesda to be republished. I mean, just added in, you mean? Or they're permanently added in to the anniversary, or they're just optional? Good list, Alan. You might like Grim Dawn based off of it. Grim Dawn is great. Oh, and modded Skyrim. I like vanilla Skyrim the best. Should have guessed you'd had played it. Which is yours? Yeah, which well, I can already tell that Elizabeth probably is Fallout New Vegas, maybe. A couple of the Final Fantasies are up there too, and at least in the top 10. Final Fantasy X, for one, I really like that one a lot. Final Fantasy IX, but I can't remember it as good because I haven't played it in years, but I do have it. I didn't like Final Fantasy 15 a whole lot. I actually quit that one. Final Fantasy 12, I have a collector's edition, PS2 collector's edition of that one, in a steel case. Final Fantasy 7 and 8 are good, the originals. I played the new version of Final Fantasy 7 on stream a couple years ago when it came out, but they were supposed to come out with the next part of it within a year, and it's been, what, 2 or 3 years, so I don't know what's going on with that one. Not sure. It really depends on what I'm in the mood for. Yeah. If someone mentions Fortnite, I know, huh? I cannot stand those kind of games. Fortnite. I tried playing, what was that one game? There was one game that was kind of like that. I can't even remember what it's called now. But yeah, I didn't like that a whole lot. I liked Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, that's a decent game, man. I got Final Fantasy 13 also, and I tried playing it. I couldn't get into it as much for some reason. Definitely Fortnite then. Banned. My list would probably be Skyrim, Darksider 2. I forgot Darksider. You know, I never played Darksiders until just the last couple years, and I really liked the first two. I never finished part 2 though, but I finished 1, Darksider 1, and it was so good. And 2 was really good too, and I don't know why I didn't finish it. I was getting discouraged with streaming for a while and kind of burnt out, and I kind of just stopped playing it. Bloodborne, AC Valhalla, AC Black Flag, Need for Speed. I haven't played any of the Need for Speed games since Xbox 360, and I actually liked the ones that I did play. They were kind of my son's thing, though. I forgot the original freaking what do you call it? It's another driving game. Saints Row. The first 3 of them were really good. The fourth one I just couldn't get into. But the first and second one, I love the story in the first one. But it's kind of old school now, so it's kind of harder to play. I tried playing it on my computer because I have it. Wait, no. I don't think I have the first one because they don't have it for PC. It's the second one. Second one was good. First one I have for PlayStation still. No, for Xbox. I can't remember. I tried. Maybe I do have the first one. I don't know. But I like the first 3. Too many I like. There's some of them. It's like so. There's some of them. Yeah, that's a good list, though. I haven't played a couple of those games, but I've played most of them. Bloodborne is cool, and lore and the atmosphere. I've seen that game, I've just never played it. Am I a Call of the Duty player at heart, though? I have 300 hours on the new Modern Warfare 2. I'm not a game chat squeaker, though. Squeaker? Fallout 3 New Vegas will be a good top pick for me. MGSV might be a good second. I'm not sure. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay. Ironically, I grew up on World War II shooters, so maybe World War II Medal of Honor. So, you know what? The old Medal of Honors are some of my favorite games. I didn't even think of that, man. I've got them for, or I had them for Xbox back in the day, man. And I had some for, I think I still have the Xbox 2 versions of the one that's the Stalingrad one, and I can't remember the other one. And then there's the Pacific one, which is pretty cool too. But yeah, I forgot all about Medal of Honor, man. Those are good games. Only COD game I ever enjoyed was 4. I played Black Ops 1, and I like that one kind of. I like the zombie thing part of it better than the main game, though. Oh, speaking of zombie games, I forgot Dead Rising. Dead Rising 4 is so good. God, I like all the Dead Rising games, but Dead Rising 4 is crazy good. I was playing that last year about this time. The original 141 is a COD 4. What? Portal. Yeah, I forgot about Portal. Those are good games. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 is great. On topic of Source games, I've tried playing them. I never got through well, I don't have the whole first one, but Left 4 Dead 2. I got quite a ways into it. I was trying to do it co-op with Darcy one time, and we didn't make it too far. It started getting a little bit too hard, I think. Metal Gear Solid 4 is my favorite. Twisted Metal. That was one that we used to play on old PlayStation that was really cool. Twisted Metal Black. I think that was the one that was the best one. Guns of the Patriot. Haven't heard that one. Have Guns of Juarez. Is that what it's called? Guns of Juarez? I played a couple of those. Those are pretty good. I like the ones. It was weird. I like that one. It was weird with the cow mechs. Speaking of mechs, Wolfenstein. All the way back from the original Wolfenstein 3D. I still have that on old floppy somewhere. Those are freaking really good games. I played all of them except for the Bloodborne or Bloodline, whatever it's called, the newest one. But I played all the other ones except for the newest one when there's like twin lesbian sisters. Mechanics in 5 are infinitely better, but the story doesn't click for me. I could stand the Metal Gear Solid 4 story and Endless. Couldn't stand it. Oh. Call of Duty World at War was the best COD. Realism and grit focused on the Pacific campaign made it great. I never got into the Call of Duty ones. Actually, the original Call of Duties, the old ones. I think I still have a couple of those too for PlayStation 2. They weren't bad. Or was it Call of Duty? They didn't call them Call of Duty back then. It was Battlefield, wasn't it? Battlefield. There was Battlefield, and then there was Medal of Honor. Wait, now I'm getting mixed up. Call of Duty was Medal of Honor, wasn't it? So there's Battlefield, and then there was Medal of Honor, and then Medal of Honor was single player, and then when they started going into multiplayer, they changed it to Call of Duty, right? They changed the name, but it was originally Medal of Honor. Yeah, okay. Great game focused on World War II. Last great game focused on World War II. Was that the Medal of Honor or Call of Duty? Wait, Call of Duty. Battlefield. That was the one that I was thinking of. Damn it. Never mind. World War II games are coming back and not in a good way. Yeah. Call of Juarez. Yeah, that was it. I played the... I have 2 or 3 of them. I streamed one of them. Call of Juarez. God, I can't remember the name of that one. I got 2 or 3 of them, though. But then there was one of them that me and my son were playing on Xbox 360 one time that wasn't even a Western. It was like some kind of cartel freaking thing. They switched the whole freaking makeup of it, and it really screwed it up. Turn to Castle Wolfenstein is great. Yeah. I have returned to Castle Wolfenstein on Steam, and it's pretty fun. Yeah, I've got the whole new series of them. It's Wolfenstein, the New Order, the Old Guard, I think, is one of them, and Colossus is one of them. Old Blood, New Order, and Colossus. I don't remember which order. I know Colossus is the third one. And then the last one is the one I was talking about with the twin sisters. They're the main character, his daughters. And they go to try to save him or something. And I think they're kind of gay or something. I don't know. I haven't played that one, but I played the other 3. All on stream. If you go to my main channel and do a search, you'll find all of them probably. Vampire. I played one game called Vampire, but it wasn't spelled like that. It was pretty good, man. It was kind of a Sherlock Holmesy type vampire. It was spelled with just a PR, I think, at the end, without the IE. Not IRE, just PR. That was a really good game. Oh yeah, there's a Y in there somewhere in Vampire. Yeah, it's PYR. I didn't finish that game either. I still have it. It's on the Source engine. Medal of Honor, people quit. Yeah, I read that already, huh? Dragon Age Origins. You know, I have a couple of Dragon Age games, and I started playing one of them, and I never finished them. King Rat plays all those, man. He's constantly playing Dragon Age and Dragon's Dogma, and there's one other one. Some other dragon name. No, it's Divinity's the other one, I think. Never played Crysis, but Far Cry 1 was a tech demo for that engine, and I find that game is good. I played one of the Far Cry. I got Far Cry 1 through 4, and I started trying to play the first one, and I played a little bit of the second one. Never did get too far in either of them. Stories of the villains. I should get back to the game. Vampire, that's it. Yeah. I think Henrik played that one on Steam. Yeah. On stream. Dragon's Dogma is a fun game. Yeah. Yeah, King Rat freaking gifted me that game. Like I said, he gave me Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma, and Divinity. Was that one of them? I think that was the other one. One time, a long time ago, when he first started watching my stream, he gifted them to me. And I started trying to play a couple of them, and then I just never finished them. I don't know why. I think one of them is I couldn't use a controller with one of them, and that's why I stopped playing it. It was just getting messed up trying to use the keyboard and mouse. Anyway, I should probably get back to the game. It's already getting late, and I didn't want to at least finish one more. I only did, what, two missions so far. It's fun talking about games, though. It's always interesting to know what people's ideas and thoughts about different games. Playing politics. Not ever fun. Jacob. Probably should change to Jacob, maybe. No, it'll probably change for me. Jacob hunts for Prime Minister Disrael at the Sinopean Club. Sinopean. To trace the mysterious bee who is planning Disrael's assassination. Yep, changing to Jacob.
All right, B. Who are you and what's your game?
So this one's not going to have a big old bunch of options like the other ones. So I don't think these guys are real cops. They're like rent-a-cops or something. So I don't mind having to kill a few of them. Let me over here. Right, yep. Oh shit, I could have got him from there better. Damn it. There we go. Well, there's not really that many people on the inside here, huh? Whoa! Guy just jumped out a window or what? Alarm? What alarm? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
Not the manliest thing to do, hiding like that, is it?
Not a manly thing to do, hiding like that.
Now, a lesser commander.
Oh shit. Do not
Well,
kill
if it isn't
any
my
guards
dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli.
in the club.
Now,
This
Prime
is-
Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government. If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free. If we yield up our rights binding to the courts, we can scarcely call
God, there's a real
ourselves
cop
free.
coming in here now.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one
Is he walking over this way?
By
Son of a
Disraeli, you are a
bitch.
fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
Hey, get out of my way.
I wonder if he understands that he remains your tyranny. Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeat.
I could hide better than that.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to be able to blend into crowds. I hate that about this game. I'm so used to being able to do it that I just want to do it. And half the time it doesn't even work in this game. Pisses me off, man. Son of a bitch. After all that, I guess it wasn't that much, but still. Odd. I could have just kept walking around that circle. I'm gonna end up killing a fucking cop next time.
Well, if it
Trying
isn't
not to
my
kill the
dear
cops,
old
but
chum,
yet
Mr.
they're every
Disraeli.
freaking where all the time.
Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
No reason at all.
Bill is a vital step in reforming our government.
There he is. He just appeared there.
What the Russians did not know was that there was a small goat path alongside the ridge, which led directly to their unsupported left flank.
I can't hear
so
him
I
now.
ordered a detachment of my horse to circle round, launch a surprise attack, and cut the PaleRider word that I use to describe it in dispatches, sir. Now, if the Parliament would only see fit to recognize my achievement, perhaps with the Victoria Cross, I'm certain it would provide a much-needed boost to our soldiers' morale, eh?
Is he coming back? Stupid son of a bitch. What is going on here? The guy's not talking anymore. Can I freaking...
If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts.
How dare you, sir?
Wish I could hear what they're saying.
Wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations? I'll not stand for it.
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Obviate, did he say? Or obfuscate? Somebody's following him?
B, I presume.
Oh shit. What's he doing? Tackle? Oh shit. I wish I knew. Stupid fucking game. Luckily he's not running that fast.
Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! My name's Herbert!
Then why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just a job, sir! Some old bloke paid me to...
Whoop.
Smug bastard.
Avoid the sniper shots. Oh, son of a bitch. I freaking dodged that. Tackle the crazy bitch. Wow, she's fast. Fight.
Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, wore some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! Oh, my lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
Yep.
Please, help me! Have mercy on a poor soul! I just want to keep on living. There's so much more to be done.
Yep. I don't like the look of your jib. Oh, it's the cut of your jib. Okay. Let me check out. Check out chat real quick. Oop, it's not working. Heard it was fun, but always has been pricey. But Original Sin 2, I think I bought it on sale one time. It wasn't that bad. Still haven't played it though. Wanted to finish Original Sin 1 first. I don't make a lot plus the 109 fee, so the game has always been out of reasoning for me. Wastelander 2 is kind of similar, but Fallout, talking about the I'm curious about those Wasteland games. Wasteland, that's the Fallout 76, ain't it? That's the original upgrade. When they first came out with Fallout 76, it was just, they didn't have any events or any quests really to do. There wasn't even really too many NPCs. There was no vendors. And then they came out with the Wasteland edition. Was it Wasteland or Wastelander? I can't remember. I don't know. I thought that's what you might be talking about, though. Wasteland 2 is kind of similar, but Fallout. Wait, are you talking about those? Oh, wait. I got something called Wasteland. Let me look on my list here. Now, some kind of update for Hogwarts. I need to take that off my hard drive. I'm done with that one for a while. Wasteland. No, no Wasteland. Oh, I'm thinking of Outriders. Wasteland. Fallout. DLCs. The Pit, the Brotherhood. I thought there was a Wasteland. Pit's the latest one, but I'm pretty sure there was one called Wastelands. Or Wastelander. I don't know. Yeah, go back to the game. So there is not much depth. It's very well written, but there isn't much free stuff to do. Main story is engaging. Hell is not merciful. Well, she would have probably stabbed me in the back herself. All right, I finished making breakfast. What did I miss up here? Oh, I read all that, huh? I had dinner and I'm hungry again. Oh man, I made some good freaking dinner. I got some hamburger meat and browned it up and threw in some garlic salt and onion powder and some pepper. That's all I threw in that. Then I got these Mexican rice packets from Knorr, whatever, that brand. Mexican rice packets. I cooked those up and threw in olives and corn with another handful of chili powder, my homemade chili powder, and some Italian seasoning, and what else did I put in there? Put something else in there. But I cooked it all up separate, and then I mixed it all together, and then I dumped on a shit ton of Colby Jack's grated cheese on top of it and let it melt into it. Oh god, man, that shit was so good. I got a bunch left too. Got enough to last me a couple days, I think. Wasteland 2 is like Original Sin plus XCOM. Yeah, I've always looked at XCOM and thought about checking it out, but I never got around to doing it. It was on sale a few times and I almost bought it, but I didn't do it. It's by Fallout 1 and 2 people. Yeah. What did you have? Yep, frozen pizza. He said that on Discord earlier. And fried chicken? Love fried chicken. Not what I expected. I know I ate the Mexican food and he ate the American food. I just made 2 hash browns and toast with cheese and an egg on top. Well, that sounds good. Home cooked meal. Anyway, it's almost 12 now. I've been screwing around too much. I already got three of these done. I probably should end it here. I've just been screwing around a lot tonight. Haven't got a lot done. Talking too much. I'm tired. Keep yawning. These dogs keep me freaking awake. I didn't get to sleep till 2:30 or 3 this morning. They started barking at something at about 7 this morning. Woke me up. Couldn't get back to sleep. Tried to take a nap. Didn't get too much of a nap. What's your problem? Yep. You're a ragdoll. I don't know how to cook. I'm afraid I'll blow the building if I go into the kitchen. Oh, loot, loot. Not a lot of loot. Thank God I have good genetics and I don't gain weight at all. Yeah, I thought that until I got a little older. Got to be active. That's the thing, man. I think I was a lot more active. I was always on the go doing something. Not even at home very much except for when I was married. And then I started gaining weight. As soon as I was single again, man, I got rid of that weight within like a month. So I was always doing something. Line dancing. That's good exercise. Find a senorita, then find a senorita who can. How about a Lithuanian senorita? You have many there. Yeah. Gain weight too quickly. That's why I control what I eat and not be lazy. Yep. That's the thing, man. You gotta always keep active. I'm not as active because I'm older and arthritis and no girlfriend to give me exercise. That always kept me in shape. Just that. Sex is good exercise, man. I get at least a half-hour workout a night, you know. But them days are over for now, at least. Anyway, I think I finished this right here. I'm getting tired. I could tell I'm stuttering too much. That's always a sign that it's getting late. Used to train at the gym, but not anymore. Lithuanian cuisine might make you wish you were single. Got to be some good stuff over there. Something. Like some shepherd pies or something. They had some good food in Germany when I was there. God, man, German freaking potato salad is so good. And so many different kinds of sausage. And schnitzel. God, schnitzel is so good over there. It's so bad. If you have it for an hour, maybe you'll lose some calories. Yeah. It's like Great Depression food. Many soups and stuff. Not so great as some places like Italy. Yep. I think that's the best thing about the United States is you have a big variety of all different types of ethnic foods from around the world, man. You got freaking Thai food here, you got Chinese food, you got Japanese food, you got Italian, you got Mexican, the soul food, which is mostly just Southern food. They call it soul food. I don't know why, because black people eat it, but it's just Southern food, you know. There's Cajun food, just any kind of good Southern food, Southern fried chicken, corn battered catfish. That shit's good too. All kinds of seafoods. There's quite a few other European nationalities that they have, you know, different restaurants here too. Basque. Is that it? Basque? Yeah. There's a big Basque restaurant in Fresno. And also Armenian and Greek. A lot of Greek and Armenian food in Fresno, California, where I'm from. Oh man, that shit's good too. And freaking Armenian bakeries and Greek bakeries. I like Mexican food. I make Chinese or chili. Make chili relleno. Relleno. And chimichangas often. Sometimes con carne. I think it's called chili con carne. That just means chili with meat and beans, mostly, I guess. Isn't chili relleno? I had an ex that used to make that a lot, and it's like Ortega. She'd get Ortega chilies, and then dip them in egg, and then fry them up. That's what she called it, chili relleno. I think that's what it. Is that how you make them? 'Cause those are really good. I thought she said Riano though. You said Rilano. Maybe it's the same thing. Rolano? Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. They're so delicious, especially with the right made queso cheese. I don't know why I can't really get into some of the Mexican cheeses. I worked at so my second wife was Mexican, and her father was going out with this lady that worked at a Mexican warehouse. They sold Mexican foods that they got apparently straight from Mexico. And I worked there for a while, and they had so many different kinds of cheese. And I tried a bunch of them. I just couldn't get into them that good. And mostly I think it was because I had to clean out the freaking trucks afterwards, and they got a lot of spoiled cheese that they pick up at the stores because they traded in, you know, if it expired. And some of the shit was like moldy and shit. And it kind of turned me off to Mexican cheeses. So I mostly just use either American cheese, cheddar cheese, Colby Jack. Colby Jack's really good. Monterey Jack, which is a California cheese. Pepper Jack, that's my favorite. That's just Monterey Jack with chopped up jalapenos and pimentos chopped up into it. Oh, that shit's so good. And Swiss cheese, lots of Italian cheeses, and provolone. That's Italian, ain't it? No, provolone is German. I don't know what provolone. No, that's Italian. I make filling with chilies and beef, and fill the pepper and fry it Top it with melted cheese, queso, or chili queso. So it's stuffed peppers. That's like jalapeno poppers. We got those around here, jalapeno poppers. Those are good. But what kind of chilies? Is it Ortega chilies? Or is it jalapenos? Jalapeno poppers is just jalapeno chilies stuffed with cheese, usually some kind of like nacho cheese, and they dip them in a like a beer batter type stuff, and then they fry them up, like deep fry them. Those are really good. Tried American cheese once. It tasted very weird. Depends on what kind you get, man. They have Kraft makes American cheese here, and they have two different kinds of American cheese. They have this one that's like in single sliced wrapped paper, wrapping, and those taste funny, I think. But they also have this other that's called American Deluxe, and Kraft American Deluxe is really, really good cheese. They used to have this other kind of American cheese a while back, 20 years ago, that the welfare service used to give to people on welfare. And we just called it welfare cheese, but it was American cheese, but it was in big blocks of cheese, kind of like Velveeta looking, but it didn't taste like Velveeta. But that shit was really, really good. And that's kind of what the Kraft American Deluxe tastes like, is like welfare cheese. Really good stuff. Swiss cheese is my to-go. Yeah. Pepper Jack is the better to-go. Yeah, Pepper Jack is like my favorite cheese, man. I love that shit, man. And Swiss cheese is pretty good too. But American cheese is the one that I always have in my refrigerator. I always have American cheese, Pepper Jack cheese, and Colby Jack shredded cheese. And sometimes, I'll get other types of cheese, but I always have those. And I think I usually go for the Pepper Jack most of the time when I'm making sandwiches and shit. And certain things I'll put American cheese mostly on. Depends on what kind of sandwich it is. If I'm going to make just a regular cheese sandwich with just bread, and you put butter on the outside and put cheese on the inside, and then fry it up in a frying pan, I always use American cheese for that, because that tastes the best, I think, for cheese sandwiches. But other things, hamburgers, American cheese is really good on. But I usually mix it. I'll put American cheese on one side and Pepper Jack on the other side. So I'll put two different kinds of cheese on it. And sometimes even Swiss. I'll put 3 sometimes if I get a big thick patty. But the shredded cheese I use for any kind of cooking. If I'm cooking something and I want to put cheese on top of it, or omelets or anything like that, or quesadillas, I always use the Colby Jack, which is like a cheddar cheese mixed with Monterey Jack cheese, like Pepper Jack, but without the peppers. Swiss cheese is nice. Yeah, I use Serrano stuff them and fry. Serrano, like the spice. Is that how you spell it? Serrano? If it's the spice I think you're talking about, that stuff is like really strong, man. Serrano. I think it's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, I think I need to get off, guys. I've been just sitting here staring at the menu screen for 15 minutes, huh? Sorry, portabella. Oh, you mean mushrooms? This stuffed Serrano is cut up and in filling. Chili poblano. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm reading it wrong. I don't know if I've seen that chili. Might be the same kind as one of the ones that I'm talking about, but just named different. Like Ortega chilies are these big green chilies, but they're not real super hot. They're kind of like they look like a jalapeno, but bigger, and they're not hot. They're kind of mild. Anyway, till next time, leave a like, share, subscribe, support my channel if you can with PayPal or Patreon, all in links below, and hope to see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Adios.